If you're receiving Social Security benefits or planning for retirement, there are significant changes happening in 2025 that directly impact your monthly payments. Social Security and Supplemental Security Income, SSI, benefits for more than 72.5 million Americans will increase 2.5% in 2025. But that's just one of several important updates you need to understand. I've spent years helping people navigate Social Security changes, and today I'm breaking down exactly what these 2025 updates mean for your benefits, your taxes, and your retirement planning. Whether you're already collecting benefits or still working toward retirement, these changes affect you differently depending on your situation. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how much your benefits might increase, what new tax limits could impact your paycheck, and 3 specific actions you can take right now to maximize your Social Security benefits. Let's dive in. Social Security changes happen once a year, typically taking effect in January. The 2025 updates are particularly important because they come after a period of high inflation that dramatically impacted benefit calculations over the past few years. The Social Security COLAs largely made up for the inflation surge that happened in 2022, but now we're seeing more moderate adjustments. Understanding these changes now is crucial because they affect your planning for the entire year. If you're working, your payroll taxes are changing. If you're retired, your monthly income is adjusting. And if you're planning to file for benefits soon, knowing these numbers helps you make better timing decisions. Let's start with the most direct impact on current beneficiaries. Social Security benefits and Supplemental Security Income, SSI payments, for more than 72.5 million Americans will increase by 2.5% in 2025. This is called the Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA. What does this mean in real dollars? The 2.5% increase will translate to an additional $49 for the average retiree, increasing the average monthly check from $1,127 to $1,976, according to the SSA. Married couples will see an average increase of $75, raising their monthly benefit to $3,089, up from $3,000. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, only $49 more per month. Here's the context. This 2.5% increase is actually more modest than recent years. We saw much larger increases in 2022 and 2023 when inflation was running hot. That subsided to a 3.2% increase in 2024, followed by a more modest 2.5% bump for 2025. The COLA is calculated based on inflation data from the third quarter of the previous year, specifically the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers. This automatic adjustment protects Social Security benefits from losing purchasing power due to inflation. If you're still working, pay attention to this section because it directly impacts your paycheck. Starting John. 1. 26,025. The maximum taxable earnings for Social Security will rise from $168,600 in 2024 to $176,600, which is an increase of $7,500. Here's what this means. If you earn more than $176,100 in 2025, you'll pay Social Security taxes on that higher amount compared to last year. In 2025, the maximum amount of earnings on which you must pay Social Security tax is $176,100. We raise this amount yearly to keep pace with increases in average wages. For high earners, this translates to significant additional taxes. The maximum that each party will be responsible for is $10,918.20, totaling up to $21,836.40 in 2025. If you're self-employed, you pay both the employee and employer portion, so you're looking at the full amount. Most people won't hit this maximum, but if your income is in the 6-figure range, you'll want to plan for potentially higher Social Security taxes throughout 2025. This is a critical section if you're collecting Social Security benefits before your full retirement age while still working. The earnings limit for workers who are younger than full retirement age will increase to $23,400. We deduct $1 from benefits for each $2 earned over this limit. Let me break this down with an example. Say you're 64 years old, collecting Social Security, and you earn $30,000 from a part-time job in 2025. You've exceeded the limit by $6,600. Social Security will reduce your benefits by $3,300, half of the overage. for that year. However, this isn't money lost forever. When you reach full retirement age, Social Security recalculates your benefits to account for months when benefits were reduced, potentially increasing your future monthly payments. The key takeaway: if you're working while collecting early Social Security benefits, track your earnings carefully to avoid surprises. Let's talk about where Social Security payments stand right now. In July 2025, among retired workers claiming Social Security, the average payment was $2,006.69, according to the Social Security Administration, SSA. It's worth noting that your individual payment depends on your work history, earnings record, and when you filed for benefits. The average gives you a benchmark, but your actual benefit could be significantly higher or lower. Your own Social Security check only changes at the start of the year due to cost of living adjustments, COLA, but each month, the average across the system does still tend to tick up. That's because new entrants into the system often have higher benefits than those who filed years ago. This trend suggests that if you haven't filed for benefits yet, waiting might result in a higher starting benefit, especially if you're still earning and contributing to the system. The 2025 changes reflect a broader trend toward more moderate adjustments after the dramatic inflation-driven increases of recent years. However, inflation is now ticking up again, which could influence future COLA calculations. For your planning purposes, consider these 3 actionable steps. First, if you're currently receiving benefits, factor the increased monthly amount into your 2025 budget. That extra $49 to $75 per month might not seem huge, but it adds up to $588 to $900 over the year. Second, if you're still working and earning over $176,500, prepare for higher Social Security taxes. Consider adjusting your withholdings or quarterly payments accordingly. Third, if you're planning to file for Social Security soon, understand how the higher wage base affects your benefit calculation. Higher earning years in your calculation period can increase your eventual benefit amount. I want to hear about your specific situation in the comments. Are you seeing the 2.5% increase in your January Social Security payment? If you're still working, how are the higher tax limits affecting your paycheck planning? Also, let me know what other Social Security topics you'd like me to cover. Are you confused about filing strategies? Wondering about spousal benefits? Drop your questions below, and I'll address them in future videos. If this breakdown helped clarify the 2025 changes for you, hit that like button and subscribe for more Social Security and retirement planning content. I publish new videos every week to help you make informed decisions about your financial future. I understand that Social Security changes can feel overwhelming, especially when you're on a fixed income or planning for retirement. Remember that these adjustments are designed to protect your benefits from losing purchasing power over time. If the 2.5% increase feels small, consider this. It's an automatic protection that requires no action on your part. Your benefits adjust for inflation without you having to reapply or prove anything. For those facing higher taxes due to the increased wage base, view this as contributing to a system that will eventually benefit you. Every dollar you pay in Social Security taxes today potentially increases your future benefits. The most important practical tip I can give you is to check your Social Security statement annually. You can create a My Social Security account at ssa.gov to verify your earnings record and get benefit estimates. This helps you spot errors early and plan more accurately for retirement. Let's recap the key 2025 Social Security changes. Benefits are increasing by 2.5%, which means about $49 more per month for the average retiree. The Social Security tax limit is rising to $176,100, potentially increasing taxes for higher earners. And the earnings limit for early retirees working while collecting benefits is now $23,400. These changes are already in effect, so check your January Social Security payment to see the increase and monitor your pay stubs if you're working to understand any tax changes. Your next step is to review how these changes specifically affect your situation. Look at your Social Security statement, calculate how the COLA impacts your budget, and adjust your tax planning if needed. Remember, Social Security is just one part of your retirement income strategy. While these annual adjustments help preserve purchasing power, having additional retirement savings gives you more flexibility and security. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, where we'll dive deeper into Social Security filing strategies that could increase your lifetime benefits by thousands of dollars. Until then, take care of your financial future. You've earned it.